where we will try to relieve the pent-up anxiety and stress that is within us. The first type of anxiety is the anxiety that comes from performance anxiety. I have to give my speech today. What if Dr. Bernardi doesn't like it? What if Sadhbir throws rotten eggs at me? What if somebody throws stones at me? Oh my God. What happens? My stomach sinks. We find butterflies in the stomach. So if you want to deal with performance anxiety and stress, the sound for that is ha, 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 ha. Okay, the sound ha is a solar sound. The sun, as in hatha, not hatha, hatha yoga. Down here, ha. The second anxiety is relationship. It's at the heart center. Oh my God, will they like me or not? Will they love me or not? If I give a red rose and propose, will she accept or not? You know, all this type of stuff that goes on, that is here. That is why the emotionality comes in Indian movies. It is at some emotional thing that suddenly the father of the hero or heroine will, you know, that moment? Yeah. Because it is relationship anxiety. And this is because we are holding things tight. We are trying to get and not give. A good human being, a noble human being is a giver, not a getter. And my father said, the more you give, the more comes back. So be careful what you give, because more of it comes back. So here, the sound is ho. And ho, 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 ho. And you know who makes that sound around this time of the year? Father Christmas, Santa Claus. Ho, ho, because he is the giver. So when you go ho, 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 what you are doing is you are releasing your relationship-based anxiety. The third anxiety is up here in the neck, where we kill ourselves with those ties. You know, the tie prevents the energy flow from your head to the heart. And that's why people become either head or heart. And that's why I don't wear a tie. And this is my formal clothes. This is my tie and suit, okay? Equivalent. Now, here, this is about status anxiety. I am the director. I am the president. I am the researcher. I am the speaker. You know, you can see people, you know, they're like this. You know that it's up here. They're sort of like that. How do you get? You let go by he. So you have ha, 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 ho, 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 he. And you're letting it out. Sound is the best way to let out stuff. Repressed, regressed, emotion, suppressed. To let it out is best as sound. I work a lot with kids and I use this a lot. Next one is back here. This is your thickest part of your skull because it protects the brain stem, which is only worried about staying alive. Because the brain stem can keep your breathing going, can keep your heart going and help you digest food. And that's all it cares about. It doesn't care whether you have relationships, whether you're enjoying life or not, you are staying alive. This is the seat of Abhinivesha. Desire to survive, very strong. So this is very much about me. I have to survive, my ideas have to survive. So this we will tap and we go, me. Okay, me, as in me, yeah. And you should be very mean when you do this. Me. Okay? And then you shift to the prefrontal cortex, which is where the dhi is. Dhi is the intellect, the buddhi. And dhiyo yona prachodayat, as our Gayatri mantra tells us. And in Old English, dhi was the other person. So here you are stuck with only me. Here you are shifting from only me to us. From I to we. And this is the sound of dhi. So you have 5 sounds. Ha, 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 ha. Ho, 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 ho. He. Me. Di. And then you realize all of this is Brahmamayam, Sarvam Brahmamayam. So you throw it out by going, go. And you throw it all out. You say, I don't want to hold on to it. Do you want to join me in this? Yes. Can we all stand up? Yes. You have been sitting a long time. Sitting is the new smoking, okay? So I get you. I have just prevented you from losing 1 month in your life, okay? Let's start now. Ha, 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 ha. Ho, 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 ho. He. Me. Di. Go. Ha, 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 ha. Ho, 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 ho. He. Go, 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 go. Now you can sit down. Okay. Thank you. You see, my message got across to my chairperson that you should give. So I said, can I have a minute? He said, you can have 2. The more you give, the more you get. So some final words here. Where am I? Yeah. Yogapati is more about doing than being. And the key word I would like you to take home is do less and let more manifest. We want to do more. You know, when a patient comes to you, don't think you have to give them all the yoga techniques you have learned in all your training. People do that. You may need only one technique. You may need only one concept. And that is why Patanjali is very clear. Eka tattva abhyasaha, he says. You may need only one. He didn't say aneka tattva abhyasaha. He said eka tattva, not aneka. You need one. You need to simplify it. And by doing more, that relaxation response can come. And this is where you have to be. Yoga is all about being a good human being. We have stopped being a human being and we are becoming a human doing. Always. When we meet somebody, what do we say? How do you do? We don't say, how do you be? The next question, what do you do? What do you be? We don't say. Very big issue. We need to recorrect these patterns because we are focusing on what do you do because we think what you do is what you are. What you do is not what you are. What you are is what you are. And that is what we want to bring out through the yoga. That sukhasthanam, where you are at ease with yourself. When you lose that state of ease, you go into disease. And this is why the need of the hour is a symbiotic relationship between yoga and modern science. Iti, modern science also, yoga also. We have to find that commonalities. And for that we need human bridges who combine the best of both. More young people in yoga must approach science. More young people in science must approach yoga. Because it is only when you have both. See, if I have only one eye, I have a single dimensional view. When I have this, I have another dimension. It's only when I use both eyes, I create the 3-dimensional perspective that I get, even from my eyes. Now, if I'm only saying, I'm only going to look at it this way, this way, this way, I'm missing the bigger picture. If I say only this, 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 so it's neither right or left, okay, politically also and socially also. It's not right or left. It's about finding that midpoint. Mitahara is the path, not the other. And this is why we need to focus on wholesomeness and salutogenesis. Moving consciously by choice from dukkham to sukham, from dis-ease to ease. This is our dharma. And I translate dharma as responsibility as a yoga therapist. This is the key aspect of a yoga chikiksha. And only when we live our dharma do we truly become a human being. Krishna tells us, live your dharma. Don't worry how great or less it is. Your dharma is for you. And when you live your dharma, you become truly human. And my prayer, may we all be blessed to do so. Ending here with Hari Om Tat Sat. Dhanyavad.